This is going to be tough. Chris Kelly here. There's Chris Demm right there.
Hello.
There's BB Shea.
Hello.
Latest member of this party. Biggie's out for a while. Okay, he's going to be out for a few.
He's our Puff Johnson. You don't expect much out of him, but by golly, he's here.
God, he delivers.
Yeah.
I mean, he's never going to win anything, but he delivered something, didn't he? He is here, and he delivered like Puff Johnson delivered last night in a losing effort. If you went to bed at halftime, oh, Lord.
Okay, it's going to be Johnson to inbound. Here we go. Manic circling around. He slipped underneath. They go to Love. Love's going to be the one to take it. Puts up the shot. It's off. The game is over. And Kansas completes the biggest championship comeback all time.
Oh, can't say I'm not devastated. I can't. You know,
I missed 3 at the buzzer to tie.
Missed 3 at the and not even close. No. Caleb Love, this is really inside basketball. Terrible night last night for him. He's so hot or cold, you know.
Yeah.
Great tournament in many games, but in this last one, he just didn't have it. And, you know, I'm a North Carolina Tar Heel fan. We've discussed it. BB Shea's a Duke fan, of course. Oh. And I said, you know, who would have dreamed that North Carolina, a month ago, who would have ever seen what they did? Beating Duke at Duke, then beating Duke in the Final Four, getting to the Final Four. And so, you know, I didn't care nothing about the championship. It's old Chris Demm. I don't care nothing about the Nets. I just want to get there. I just want to compete. You know?
Like Rocky. Then Rocky won.
Just wanted to stand to
He
the
didn't
end.
need the title. Didn't want the belt.
Don't care about it.
From Apollo Creed. He just wanted to go the distance
Didn't
with the
care
champ.
about it. But then, and if you missed the game, as these two didn't stay up to see the game, I stayed up to see the game, so I'm on 3 hours sleep. So today's gonna be one of those days where it's like, I mean, God knows what I'll say.
You're wired, and then you'll crash.
Oh my God! In 3 hours, I'll be laid over the. As my son often says, I'm slumped. 3 hours from now, that'll be me. Right now, I'm flying. I'm 2 Diet Cokes in.
Ooh,
2.
yeah.
A bag of M&Ms, several of my nut and cheese snacks. I am like just rolling in here today, okay? But that game last night.
Several nut and cheese snacks.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you not know I do that?
The hell is that?
We just found something new at a big box store.
Nuts and cheese.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Almond and cheddar.
Yeah.
Peanut and brie.
Yeah. Have you had, this is good stuff. They mix some craisins in there in a little snack pack.
All right.
And usually I have one pre-show and a diet soda. Today I had 2 of those and a bag of M&Ms and 2 Diet Cokes.
Ah.
And I thought, by God, I'm just going to fuel up on chemicals and try to get through it.
Yeah.
That may be what the Tar Heels tried to do last night. Fuel up after an emotional win on Saturday and just try to get to the finish line. And they were so close. So I told Chris Demm, I don't care nothing about these Nets. I don't care. Carolina has done more than we thought they would do. It's what a season, you know? Mm-hmm. But then they got down. Here's the game. They got down 7-0. Kansas came out like a house of fire. I looked at my son. I said, this is going to be a long night. Then they turned everything around. Their Tar Heels defense was smothering. The big men for Kansas couldn't do a thing. Kansas missed a bunch of shots. I don't think Kansas hit a field goal in the last 10 minutes of the first half.
Whoa.
Tar Heels went on something like a 16-0 run. They led by 16 in the first half. At halftime, they led by 15. Okay, 40-25. And then I wanted it. At that moment, I thought, I want this. Okay, here we are halfway through it. Now you can taste it, you know. You're up. At halftime, they said, if Kansas is going to win this game, it'll be the largest comeback in tournament history. 15 was the previous. Kansas was down by 16. Yeah. The previous largest halftime deficit to be overcome was 10. Carolina was up by 15. My son said, we got it. I said, oh son. I said, no, sir. And you know Kansas is a second-half team. Mm-hmm. They remember how they beat the doors off of Miami in the second half?
Yes.
Well, Charles Barkley, who had predicted a Kansas win, at halftime said Bill Self is coaching this game so poorly. They're trying to do what they did to Villanova, and it's not going to work against North Carolina. It's a totally different team. Baycott, who had the leg injury, was unbelievable in the first half. Rebounding like 12 points and 10 rebounds at halftime.
Well,
now
goodness.
Caleb Love was not shooting well. Manic had 9 points at halftime and was blocking shots. Their defense is really where they were winning. When they did the interview with the coach halfway through the first
running
half,
off the half?
No.
Like
halfway
through timeouts?
With Hubert Davis. He was all fired up. He's like, this is basketball. Let's go. And the team, it was just unbelievable. And They showed the Dean Dome, Well, in the second half, it looks like the team changed jerseys. And Kansas came out, and within 3 minutes, it went from a 15-point lead to a 7-point lead. It was just that quick. And by 9 minutes into the second half, Kansas had the lead by 1. And I turned to my son. I was like, now I don't know. Now, you just don't know. Then Kansas went up 6. Carolina came back. It was back and forth. And then they missed that shot that you just heard down the stretch.
Did you turn off the TV or did you stick around for the shining moment? I know you like the song.
Immediately to bed. I couldn't. I mean, it was 11:45. I mean, I got 3 hours sleep. And I woke up
at that point.
Yeah, but I didn't want to see the celebration and the nets and all that kind. I just went on to bed. And I had fever dreams, all night. I had fever dreams.
Diet Cokes.
I mean, I was like,
cheese and nuts.
What happened? Then you wake up and you're just like, what year is it? Where am I? It's just awful. My wife had come out to videotape our celebration. My son said, bounce, bounce, bounce. Get out of here.
Again,
and she wouldn't, and that was a fight. And I said, let her stay. And she brought us luck the other night. And when she was out there, North Carolina came back and tied the game. But it was just...
now I know she got pictures of you in victory on Saturday night, Kelly. Are there any pictures of you slumped?
If there are, I haven't seen them because I was slumped. When that one was over, I just was laying on the coffee table. I mean, it was terrible. And... Baycott rolled his ankle again with like 45 seconds.
You're kidding.
He was driving to the basket to try to give him the lead with about 45 seconds to go and rolled his ankle again. Oh. And then that was it for him. We knew he's not coming back into this game. And oh, my goodness, what can I tell you? And then I get in here and BB Shea starts winding me up, not about basketball. BB Shea.
No, everything
else. Yeah.
Everything. And I told him, I said, you know what? I'm throwing haymakers today. You better not. I mean, you haven't learned yet. You're green.
No, yeah.
Your Biggie would know. Get out of my way today. Today, you just can't be saying that. Like, let me tell you an example. BB Shea says, I got Wordle in 3. Don't say that to me today. Not today. You think I've done the Wordle? I ain't even thought about the Wordle today. And you say you got it in 3. You know what Biggie would have said? Because he's seasoned. He would have said, man, Wordle's tough today.
Real tough.
I don't know if you'll get it or it's so tough. Then when I do eventually get it in 4 or 5, makes me feel better. That's how that's how you have to handle it. Kid glove me. Kid glove me today.
I haven't seen you after a national championship game yet. So.
God. Listen, a few years ago, remember that game North Carolina lost to Villanova like 5 years ago? That was even more devastating.
I can imagine.
Last second shot, just...
Villanova won it with a 40-foot shot.
When you stay up late and get 3 hours sleep and your team loses in heartbreaking fashion, I mean, if Carolina had been down by 20 at halftime, I'd gone on to bed. I'd have another hour and a half sleep.
Yeah.
It's the worst. It's the worst. When you lose a heartbreaker and you stay up late, it's just a killer. But after that game, after the Villanova, do you remember the employee we had here named Hugs?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, Hugs. Real weird little guy.
Not with the company anymore.
Strange cat.
Yeah.
When he left, he and another guy, Reggie, who was a good guy. Well, I mean, they're both good guys, but Reggie was much more like chill, as the kids would say. But Hugs was real, like, in your face and a little bit of a wild card. The two left together to go make their fortune in California.
That's right.
It was like 3 days before COVID hit. They really left. That was unfortunate.
Yeah.
But we had a going away party for them. And mostly everybody said, Hugs, you're going to fail miserably.
I think, didn't the cake say you're making a giant mistake?
Yes, it did. Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to find a cake baker who will write that on a sheet cake.
It's like one of those.
This is the biggest mistake of your life.
Yeah, we had to go to several bakeries.
Yeah.
Big sheet cake.
Big.
God, why are you doing this?
There's still time to change your mind.
Time. Don't do it. We all said to him, this is going to be a gigantic failure. Why are you going to California? They were going to go to California and become like YouTube
TV stars.
Still waiting. Haven't done it yet. They're still in California, I guess. I don't know. Hugs may be back.
No, he's back.
I thought. Okay. Yeah. The day after that loss, North Carolina sustained to Villanova. Hugs, who was also a big Tar Heel fan, came into our office. Were you there? I don't think you were.
I did not witness the outburst.
He came into our office. He goes, what do you think about that game last night? To me. And I was like, man, Hugs. Whatever the term was for slumped then, I said, I'm really down. I mean, that was rough. He goes, yeah. And I said, but, maybe next year, good group, good core returning. And he goes, F next year. I'm not taking next. What the F are you talking about? And he got in my face. He was like an inch from my face. Sweat and spit flying.
F-bombs. Bombing.
I mean, from 0 to 1,000 in about 1 second. What are you talking about? Next year?
There is no next year. There's only now.
There's no next year for you, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
And he is right there. We are nose to nose. I was like, man, we are on the same team. Let's not. That's when I knew. That's when I knew he was a real strange one. And then when he came in here, it's another one. Hugs came in here to tell us that he was leaving to go away.
Yes, to find his fortune.
We were in here doing the show. It's commercial break. He never came in here. He didn't work on this show. He came walking in. He goes, guys, can I have a minute of your time? We're like, yeah. He goes, just want to let you know I'm leaving. I have 3 days left here. We're going to California to make our fortune, and it's been an honor. And we were like, okay, thanks. He left, and we all breathed such a huge sigh of relief because we thought after he said, I'm leaving, he was going to pull out a pistol.
Yeah. I'm going to start with my goodbyes.
We did. We were all like, or as Chris Demm thinks will happen to me, he'll take a knife and draw me really close and slip it between my ribs.
Give me a hug real quick.
Really, yeah, to make it more personal.
You're always my favorite.
Blood. Right. Exactly. And so that was a devastating loss. This was right there with it. This was right there along the same lines, unfortunately.
Did you have your little text with your team of UNC fans?
I'm on like 3 or 4 text streams during that.
Yeah.
During those games. When Biggie and Dave and Chris Demm are in, those guys. Then I have another group, real hardcore sports fans. And then we have another group that's like Tar Heel fans here in the building. And we were all texting last night, but not Biggie. And I figured y'all went to bed. Y'all were out early. I thought that Jim Nantz would say, I predicted this earlier, at some point in the night, it's another Manic Monday. And I love that. I thought
it's too ripe for him not to say it.
So Manic hit like 3 threes in the first half. And then the third one, he's like, it's Manic Monday. And I was like, bam, there it is. And that's the only thing I texted these guys. With 3:16 to go in the first half, when Carolina was cruising and we were planning for the parade, that's when he said,
you were going to set a bonfire in your backyard?
I still really should go to Chapel Hill and welcome the team home. They've given me such joy.
Yeah, does it? Do you know what time that is?
They're at noon today. Our fact checker, Rusty, said he'll be in attendance, but I got to go take a nap. I'm canceling the gym today. I've never done that. I've never done it. And today I said I just cannot make it through.
You losing that $12?
No, I can't. I canceled early enough. That
Okay, fair enough. Good
Look at you.
Yeah.
You want to be my
Oh,
guest?
I listen.
Oh, you know.
Yeah.
You want to be a guest?
Yeah, let's go.
Tomorrow.
Yeah,
Let's do it tomorrow. I
right.
want to introduce you to it.
Sure.
All right. Get you in there. Get you into stretch zone. Stretch you out a little bit.
What's happening here? Is he? Oh, wait a minute. I know what Puff Johnson's doing over here. He's trying to be nice to you.
You should have seen Puff.
There's no way this is happening.
Let me tell you about Puff Johnson. He ended his night by vomiting on the court. He really did.
Metaphorically?
No, he literally, because Puff Johnson is a reserve for the Tar Heels. He came in, Leaky Black got in foul trouble. North Carolina was down. Puff just all of a sudden from nowhere hits a 3, hits a layup, gets a foul. He's got 11 points.
It's his shining moment.
He hadn't scored 11 points all year. I turned to my son. I said, that's going to be the guy that nobody ever heard of, Puff Johnson.
Hero.
Wasn't supposed to play at all. At the moment I was saying that, Jim Nantz said, looks like Johnson's just vomited in the free throw lane. What? What?
Hey, the young man's down there blowing chunks, Jim. Oh, shut up, Grant.
Onions. And they turned to him, and he's down on all fours, and I mean, things are spewing from his mouth.
Is it just like fluid?
Yep.
Or like Gatorade?
Yeah, it was clear.
Yeah. A lot of times you'll see athletes do that. There's nothing in their gut but Gatorade.
And then, they had to stop.
Water.
And they stopped the game, and it's like, are you serious? Are you throwing up on the court? And he was down on all fours, vomiting. The Kansas players were like, hey, man, get this. What?
Come on, Puff.
We'll step away for a moment.
Warning, this is graphic what we're about to show you. And he was throwing up, and then all those guys were like, well, he has no conditioning. He never played. Never. He was not expected to play in this game. And then it turned out, now they said he got punched in the stomach somehow, or he took a shot in the stomach.
Took a blow to the midsection.
And was like trying to catch his breath on the sideline. I don't know that he ever came back in. And he really was the spark plug there midway through or late in the game. and he was vomiting in the free throw lane. I mean, he was down and vomiting. It was just a real up and down moment. It was tough last night. So I canceled. I told the A Train. I told my wife, I'll be home. This is called a show and go.
Four and the door.
Yeah.
It's another term you should learn.
Okay.
4 in the door. Bam. We're hitting it today. And I will be in bed 20 minutes after the show's done. I'm flying right now. I will be slumped.
And then the crash.
In the bed. And the crash. If I can make it home, it'll be a good thing, you know. But congratulations to the Jayhawks. I mean, great.
They were a great team.
They were great. And when North Carolina was winning so easily, I just thought, man, this is like a dream come true. It's surreal. They could really.
When you can taste it, that hurts even more.
It does. I'll tell you what, didn't taste it long, though. They were right back in it in the second. It wasn't like a chip away. It was bam, 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 and they were back. And a totally different look to the team in the second half for Kansas. You know, they came out and did it. So that's it. You know, don't worry. We'll get into it with Dave later.
Okay.
You know,
think he stayed up?
Really chronicle it. I doubt it. He didn't text much either. I'll tell you how BB Shea wound me up. We were saying,
well, now that basketball is done,
Yeah.
turn
you
the
roll
page.
right into Augusta.
He and I are baseball fans. That starts Thursday. The Masters starts on Thursday. And then BB Shea said something that I haven't heard many people say. He said, just as long as Tiger Woods doesn't get a chance to win this thing.
Yeah.
And I thought, but Tiger, everybody wants him to play and win. You don't like Tiger.
No, not at all.
You're not a Tiger fan.
No.
Since when, BB Shea?
Ever. Now, I will say he's the greatest of all time.
Oh, wait a minute now. I might push back on that.
I will fight that battle. I think he's the greatest of all time.
Better than Jack.
Yes.
Why?
I just think that he did more for the game. I don't know. Maybe it's because of the time he was around. I don't know. He was just so dominant for so long. Like, there was nobody else that was really in the question.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
And,
but I think Nicholas had that time, too.
and it spilled over now, too, to people like, let's see Tiger play. I'm like, I'm done with it. I'm over
Right,
it.
you're over Tiger.
Yeah, I'm over Tiger, and like, I just don't want to see him win anymore.
Yeah, but by sheer numbers, I mean, Nicholas won 18 majors and finished second in 19. I mean, that's 37, top 2 in majors. And he's out-majored him and will. I don't think Tiger's going to get 4 more
No.
or 3 more, whatever it is. But, I mean, I see the side.
Yeah, I mean, as far as like influential, global, status or whatever, I feel like he's the greatest.
Yeah, I know. I will say Nicholas, just because I keep it on the course. It's like I want it. Like if you win more, you're better.
Yeah.
In that individual sport. But a lot of people say, of course, Tiger had tougher competition. I don't know that I agree with that either, though, because they were great golfers.
Yeah.
Chris Demm saw both. Who do you like? Who's the best golfer of all time?
I think I'd still lean Nicholas. I mean, there were giants in his day, too.
I agree. Yeah. And, Tiger had the technology, the better club. But that's also, you play when you play. You can't control any of that kind of stuff. But he says, no, I'm not cheering for Tiger. And I said, was it because of his cheating on his wife? And he's like, no, I don't care about cheating for his wife.
It's the same reason people dislike Tom Brady. Like, you've done enough, man. You got your money. Just move on.
Sick of you?
I'm over it.
He's on the stage too long?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what's funny about Tiger? When he first started, I was with you. Like, everybody was cheering for him, and I kind of cheer for the underdog. So I never, even when he was at his, when he was just untouchable, I would cheer against him. Then he cheated on his wife, okay? And I was like, what a loser. I hated him.
You'd rail against him.
On the air here, I was ripping him left and right. Now, then he comes here. He hurts himself. He's rehabbing, and he has to, like, they're like, you got to play some little.
He needs points.
Yeah.
He needs experience.
We got to put you at a 2-bit tournament. He said, I'll go to Greensboro, NC. We were like, yes, please come here. So after I did nothing but dog him for years, he comes here. I follow him all 18 holes.
I love you, Tiger.
Right.
Yes,
right.
BB Shea. It's like you were there.
But instead of that, we were following him. Of course, there was 1 million people around him the whole day. And by the way, he played with an unknown named Brooks Koepka. A total unknown. Okay. So I watched 18 holes with Tiger and Brooks Koepka before Koepka was anybody. And so Tiger's playing. It's like the Thursday or Friday round here, at our home tournament. And he's never been here before or since. And I follow him all the way after I've done nothing but dog him. And we're standing there, and this is in Greensboro, North Carolina, and the guy next to me, I'm getting ready to say.
You were trying to.
He was walking
when you
near
had a
us.
moment.
He was walking near us. Yeah. And I was about to say, we love you, Tiger. But instead, the guy next to me goes, we love you, Tiger. Right? And
You were inhaling to say it.
Yes. And he turned and waved, and I said, "You're in Greensboro." And they all looked at me like, "Who says what?
What?
He knows where what?" And I mean, even Tiger was like, "Who's this guy? Is this like a special case?" What?
Yeah.
They had me
We need to
removed.
sign a glove for him.
Tiger asked that I be removed. That was making him uncomfortable.
Get that one out of here.
And then when Tiger won the Masters, 2 years ago, 3 years, in 19, I was just like, yeah, I was jumping up and down in front of my television, and everybody reminded me, this is the same guy you just slapped on for years. You didn't cheer for him when he won it when he came back?
No, so upset.
What?
So mad.
What?
Was so mad.
You're the only person.
I'm like, we're going to hear about this nonstop for the next 3 weeks.
Yeah.
We did.
Yes, we did. Tiger's back. He's back.
You're the only person.
Oh, I can't stand him. Oh, God.
If he plays this week, this may be the biggest comeback. For
Oh,
the
he's going to
ages.
win. But then was it like 3 months ago? He goes, "I'll probably never play again."
Yeah.
Now he's playing again.
He doing a
How
practice.
dare he
Yeah.
heal?
That's what I'm saying. Just quit.
Do you think he's going to play?
I think, he'll probably win.
Well, I don't know the psychology of this. He's holding a press conference in a couple of hours in Augusta to announce whether or not he's going to play. Do you hold a press conference if you say you're going to?
I think so.
Or is it the conference to say, I just can't?
I think if you say you can't, you just release that.
Yeah,
don't you think?
exactly.
I don't know. If they make him walk, which I guess they will. I mean, he can't have a cart or anything. It's one of the hilliest golf courses there is. They say it's tough, but he's played a couple of practice rounds out there. And I mean, who would have thought? I just don't want to see him go out there and really hurt himself or look terrible, you know,
I mean,
Or miss the cut and just collapse.
wouldn't hurt my feelings.